Welcome to the podcast that's been named one of the best in marketing research. This is Research Business Daily Report. We are the industry's only daily research video blog, and we're made possible by the exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer for more than 25 years, the respected voice in market research. Every once in a while, it feels good, and we've come across a wonderful feel-good story for you and our series today, Market Research in the COVID-19 Era. That's what we have on this episode number 28. ESL Insights LLC founder, principal, and chief insights officer Ellen Sills-Levy, who in her spare time serves as president of the prestigious Market Research Council, shares her 2020 experience teaching consumer behavior at a New York City university. Now, what you're about to hear has a handful of interesting twists and turns with, yes, a happy ending. And who doesn't like happy endings? Ellen?
Thank you, Bob. For the past 3 years, I've had a very rewarding experience as adjunct professor teaching consumer behavior to Gen Z undergraduate students at Manhattan-based LIM College, the Business of Fashion. The private college's curriculum merges academic study with real-world experience. It's one of the top 5 colleges for studying fashion business in the world. Weeks before the coronavirus overwhelmed New York metropolitan area, LIM's provost was preparing the faculty and the students for the strong possibility of moving totally to online learning. On March 10th, I walked into the classroom with my midterm exam, only to learn from the students that the college was going exclusively to Zoom and online classes immediately. I had to learn how to conduct a class via Zoom very quickly. I had 5 hours of classes coming up in the next 48 hours. The solution? Binge watching Zoom tutorials for educators. From that moment forward, my communications with students was strictly online. I couldn't shake the worry that this might not work, whether the students would come to class. Those worries quickly disappeared. To my surprise, I had close to 100% attendance in my first consumer behavior Zoom class. Students participated in class from their homes where they'd returned as New York was totally shuttered. They attended the class from California, Texas, Belgium, Singapore, and right here in New York City. 2 joined using the Zoom app while they were working, one on a UPS delivery truck and one in Trader Joe's. Attendance and homework submissions remained at the 100% level through finals on April 30th. To my surprise, the whole Zoom teaching experience became one of the most rewarding in 35 years in research. Why did the students take a Zoom class as seriously as a live class? On day 1 through the finals, I started asking students how they and their families were doing with the omnipresent pandemic and stay-in-place orders. Number 2, in my regular discussions, what they were noticing about consumer behavior and advertising in their everyday lives. I told them how I was and emphasized the need for this and other new ways of connecting. There are a couple of different situations which were unique to my class. My students were very uncomfortable being seen by me and their peers in their home environments. And they were also very worried about the pandemic and its effect on their parents and themselves. I worked to make the students comfortable, and they probably were, because for the first 2 weeks, they needed to help me share files and presentations on Zoom, and they did. Behind the scenes, LIM's administrative provided students and faculty with health and wellness support, plus technology support and equipment. I reached out privately to students who sent me emails about their family problems with COVID-19. Unfortunately, thanks to COVID-19, all of my students lost their internships. One morning, about a week into teaching via Zoom, I saw Bill Harvey on RBDR talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs and what that meant for advertisers right now. The students had not only learned about Maslow earlier in the semester, they had been assigned team projects using the hierarchy of needs. I invited Bill, who is a brilliant, accomplished, and wise advertising and media professional, to talk to the students. He joined us via Zoom and totally energized them to apply what they were learning about consumer behavior to the situation we were all in. After their questions, Bill challenged the students to create fact-based strategies for LVMH to continue to grow US luxury purchases during and after the COVID-19 crisis. LVMH is the huge global conglomerate that owns Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, Sephora, and so many other companies we all know about and buy from. I organized the students into 4 virtual teams and provided them with links to Mintel Research, McKinsey Reports, and Jing Daily in the LIM virtual library. Each team had 4 days to prepare their presentations. The students presented them to Bill a week later. He was astonished at how well thought out these presentations were. Then, much to everyone's surprise, he told the students that he would bring their presentations and bios to LVMH's advertising agency in the US. We have yet to learn what LVMH's ad agency thought of these presentations. But what we do know is that each of these students has a compelling project under their belt that they can use to secure new internships. And I'm now equipped to take on this assignment for future research classes and very optimistic about the results.
This special series is researchers' only daily presentation of life in the pits of the research business during this ongoing coronavirus crisis. But it cannot be maintained without a couple of things, one of them being your input. So please collect your thoughts about what you see going on from your vantage point in the industry. It can be personal and or professional. And partner with us by emailing your thoughts to rflbob@gmail.com. We promise to work with you to prepare your personal perspective and that the output that will result will do you and your business proud. That's your Research Business Daily Report, made possible by our exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. A large number of research executives follow RBDR. However, we're always looking for more. So if you agree that watching RBDR is time well spent, well, why not help us by recommending our daily video to your friends and peers? And because business has to have a funding base, we encourage you to become what we call a Patreon supporter. You see, patreon.com has been set up to enable everyone who enjoys RBDR to make a monthly donation of any size that assures our continued existence. And you can visit patreon.com/RBDR and join our growing list of publicly appreciative supporters. The series is going to continue every Monday through Thursday for the foreseeable future, especially given how the coronavirus doesn't look like it's going anywhere soon, unfortunately. So have a great research day, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here with us tomorrow.